Have you ever felt like musicians that you like or directors who you really appreciate in Hollywood seem to have a number of hits that happen right in a row? Turns out this is a statistically significant event that we can all look forward to in our lives. Hey, my name is Austin Bristow, and this is another thought from Designed for Discipline. And today I want to share a couple of takeaways I had from some research published a couple weeks ago around the idea of hot streaks. Now, the researchers defined a hot streak as those instances where a scientific researcher, a musician, or a movie director, specifically those three careers, had their kind of 1, 2, and 3 hits happen within like a 3 to 5 year period. And for me, there were 3 things that I took away from it. The first was specifically called out by the researcher himself in the article that I read, and he said the hits that you have, or the hot streaks that you go on, are not limited to a specific age range. So for him, there was a sense of hope, which I really liked that use of that word and that perspective, that regardless of where he is in his career, he could always be on the cusp of starting his next hot streak or his first hot streak, regardless of how old he is. So that to me was something that I wanted to remember, that if I feel like I haven't reached the level of success that I was hoping for and whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish, it could just be around the corner and I could kind of have that match strike and go from there. The second takeaway that I kind of took from it was the fact that in our younger age, however, hot streaks are maybe a little more likely. But the reason for that isn't because of the age, it's because of the prolific production of content that younger musicians and scientific researchers and directors tend to have. So basically, the more often those individuals are recording their albums or publishing new research or directing more films, the more likely they were to have that work kind of have that match strike and catch and gain success from it. So the more prolifically that I create content, even as I get older, that's kind of the magic sauce. The more options or opportunities you give yourself to get noticed and get recognized and become successful, the more likely you have a chance for it to happen. And the third takeaway for me that kind of came from all of that was that when people do find success, the big thing that you have to be able to do is step back and synthesize what made this successful so that you can then apply that to the next thing that you want to work on. You can even think about it in the sense of business. You've got people like Mike Rapoli and Rohan Oza, who were the big guys that founded Vitamin Water. You know, they went and they took what was successful for Vitamin Water, and now they've got Body Armor that just got invested in by Coca-Cola. You've got Rohan Oza, who has companies like Pop Chips and other things that he's done, and that's because they have a methodology to the way that they're doing their business. And they found that methodology first through Vitamin Water and creating that company. So if there are other things that I can do as I find something to be successful, taking time to realize, like, what was the formula that I used? What parts worked, what parts didn't? Let's use what worked and then continue to tweak what didn't to grow as I move forward in my journey. That's all I've got for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, you can check out the full article on the hot streak topic in the comments and read it for yourself. Let me know if you have any thoughts on it. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a great week.